I have a bad feeling about this.
I've got a bad feeling about this.
Oh, I have a bad feeling about this.
I have a very bad feeling about this.
I got a bad feeling about this.
I have a bad feeling about this.
But I have a bad feeling about this.
I have a really bad feeling about this.
Welcome to the Make Movies Great Again podcast, the only show in the universe with the sole mission of destroying cynicism at the box office. Here are your hosts, Matt, Adam, and Sean.
Welcome to the Make Movies Great Again podcast number 43 for December 12th, 2017. On tonight's podcast, we are making our picks for the 2018 Golden Globes, and we break down the new Ready Player One trailer, among others. You can chat with us on Twitter at Make Movies Great. Toss us a like on Facebook at Make Movies Great, and heart all of our pictures on Instagram. Again, it's at Make Movies Great. Don't forget, this podcast is available on iTunes, Stitcher Radio, and YouTube. My name is Matt.
I'm Sean. I must have
and I'm Adam.
When I hear a supercut involving Harrison Ford, all I can think of is
Where's My Wife?
Where's My Wife? Which is the supercut of him just all his movies asking where his wife is. And I love if you go online, and I think we've told people about it before on here, we had to have. It's one of my favorite clips on YouTube. It's like you go on, search Harrison Ford, Where's My Wife compilation, and the best part, it's like 4 minutes long, but the best part is like towards the middle, there's a scene, it's like, you have my luggage, I have your luggage, where's my wife? It's like a lull in the where's my wife? Yeah. Where is my wife? It's fantastic. How's it going, guys?
Good. How are you?
Good. I'm good. I actually just finished Behind the Candelabra, which is our movie club pick for the week.
I watched it earlier today.
It's a bit odd. We'll talk about that later, though.
Yeah.
So we're going to be talking about Behind the Candelabra on tonight's movie club, which if you're listening to this, that's also in your, subscription podcast inbox. So check that out there. And next week, we're going to be watching another Netflix original movie. It's called El Camino Christmas.
Mm-hmm.
There is no synopsis on IMDb, I'm being told by my experts.
Just found out.
That's fine. It's just go on Netflix or go online and look at the trailer. It's starring Dax Shepard, Jessica Alba's in it, Tim Allen, and a few others too. It looks funny, and Netflix hasn't steered us wrong yet since we've been watching their stuff. Especially last week, Mudbound was fantastic, and we all agreed.
Which we'll hit on later on today. Hint.
Ooh, okay.
Well,
yeah. Okay. So, Adam, you have anything that you want to add before we hop into the podcast this week?
No, I'm ready to rock and roll.
Well, then let's do just that. Perfect. Trailers of the week. We got 3 relatively heavy hitters, I think, here. At least
a little underwhelmed, personally.
Really? Which one? All of them?
Jurassic World 2.
Oh, Jurassic World. Let's start with that then.
Ready Player One, I don't have the same nostalgia as you guys. Which, damn it, Adam, I forgot the book again.
Do you have it?
Oh, it's okay.
I meant to bring it up to New Hampshire.
Oh, fuck.
All right, well, I'll get it from you this weekend.
Did you read it?
I have no time to read it. Don't even.
Oh, you didn't read it? Okay.
I can't read it.
I do have access to the audiobook if you're interested in that.
That might be cool.
Okay. So let's start with Jurassic World 2. I'm gonna echo your take on that. Very underwhelmed.
It's Jurassic Park 2, but we're not saving humans now.
We're just trying to save dinosaurs. Yeah.
From an
from a volcano.
Yeah. I was gonna say exploding mountain, but volcano sums it up much better.
I believe the technical term for volcano is exploding mountain. I think that's the Latin derivative.
I think you're right.
Yeah.
That's what it means. Vol meaning exploding, cano meaning mountain.
I think that makes total sense. I said this when we talked about the teaser last week. There is literally no reason for Chris Pratt and Bryce Dallas Howard's characters to be back at Jurassic World. Maybe you can write a movie that puts Chris Pratt back there Like maybe he has to get his motorcycle.
Right. That makes more sense to go in to save a velociraptor.
Yeah. They're doing what Walking Dead did with Deanna, and I don't care if this is a spoiler alert. It was like fucking 3 seasons ago. I did not care that Deanna died in The Walking Dead. If you don't know who that is,
no, nobody
just
cared.
imagine one of your favorite shows and a character you do not fucking care about gets killed off, and they make it a season finale, and you're like, well, I didn't care if he fucking died or he or she died. Fuck that.
Yeah.
This is that. I don't care about Blue the Velociraptor.
Yeah, I don't.
I don't. I understand that he came up big in Jurassic World.
Well, he was like a
Not that
fan,
big.
or it's a she, right?
It's a I guess
She was a fan favorite.
I think that's what the Jurassic World people think. I don't think that that's true. I think that honestly, Bryce Dallas Howard's heels were talked about more
Running around in heels
than Blue.
Oh, that was most talked about part of the movie.
Yeah. So
for me, it was when the assistant got eaten.
I like that a lot.
That was incredible.
That
was right out of a Sharknado movie.
Yeah, absolutely. Piranha 3D. Yeah, I just very underwhelmed with this, and so they're going back to save the dinosaurs.
I don't care.
I don't.
I'm sorry, I don't care.
Unless they're really keeping something under wraps. And I also would like to add something here. In the trailer,
Showed way
this.
too. Go ahead. Yeah.
They showed a lot.
I think I know where you're going with this.
The red dinosaur?
Nope.
I don't think so. So, the red dinosaur that's in the trailer. I didn't look this up at all to confirm, but I'm gonna go ahead and flex right now. And so, if you ever saw the Disney movie Dinosaur, just Dinosaur, there is a dinosaur in that movie that was created for that movie that wasn't a real thing. It's called a Carnotaurus, and it's basically it's red. It's a T-Rex with horns. It's something that, because I think that when they made that movie, they realized that the T-Rex was already kind of ruined by Jurassic Park. Yeah. It's like the T-Rex is already this thing, how can we top the T-Rex and make something like scarier? So they made this thing. It looks like they adopted it into this movie.
Wait, are you sure it's fake?
Carnotaurus.
Carnotaurus? C-A-R-N-O-T.
Yeah.
No, it's a real thing.
Is it a real thing?
Yeah.
There is a dinosaur by a similar name that was not an actual dinosaur that they throw into a movie. And I thought that
it
was
looks like they just did that here. I mean, what did they do the last time? Something that like fucking camel.
What does a Carnotaurus look like on your screen? Is that what it looked like? It has the horns.
Hold on. Yeah, I mean it's like kind of small horns.
Yeah, very similar. So that looks like the one they threw into Jurassic World. So I can't speak Jurassic World 2. So I can't speak on which one I was just talking about. But there is a dinosaur that Disney used. That's a made up dinosaur that they just threw into the movie.
Yeah.
But Matt, that red T-Rex with the horns is in Jurassic Park 3.
It is?
Yeah.
Yeah. You know when they're going down the river and they lost the phone and they're like digging through piles of shit to find it, and like a dinosaur, like a red T-Rex with horns pops its head up and like walks over to him and sniffs them because they stink like shit, and then walks away.
Oh, I see.
That's the only dealing with that thing? It shows up?
Yeah, it's definitely in Jurassic World 3.
No. Isn't it the one they're dealing with in Jurassic World 3? Isn't it like it has like a long, skinny snout?
Oh, yeah, it's not. It's just another dinosaur that like comes across them when they're trying to.
I guess I don't remember that. I got fucking all types of holes in my takes today.
I don't know, but then like all of a sudden there's like the volcano's blowing up, and Chris Pratt's about to get killed, and then the larger T-Rex comes and saves him.
Yeah.
I'm like, I don't care if that doesn't save, or if that doesn't like spoil the entire movie.
Yeah.
But to me, it feels like it did, and I don't feel like I need to see it.
Like
it doesn't make me want to see it.
I think you need to like that character of the T-Rex that originally saved them in the first one, the first Jurassic World. Right. I think that needs to be a surprise return in the second one. Like why wait? Why see? Why?
I don't know.
I have a feeling there's a lot we haven't seen.
I don't know. What could they possibly add?
I have no idea. But optimistic Adam thinks that we haven't seen everything plot wise for that movie yet.
Okay. I'm fine with that.
I'm still gonna see it. I love these movies. I'm still gonna see it. I'm still excited about it. But I agree that it's Jurassic World 2. It's Jurassic Park 2, but we're saving dinosaurs instead of humans now. Even Jeff Goldblum's in it. And also, I was psyched when we heard Jeff Goldblum was going to be back. But I've also got a bad feeling that him in that courtroom is about the extent we'll see of him.
which
because
is very
what
unfortunate
makes
as well.
a ton of sense is he wants no fucking part of those islands anymore.
Yeah, exactly.
If he wanted any part of it, it would just kill it.
Yeah,
because that would make no sense for his character.
Yeah.
Anyways,
yeah.
Speculating.
I wouldn't be surprised if maybe in like Jurassic Park fashion, like he shows up at a helicopter at the end to like remove them from the island. I don't know.
Maybe.
I need to know why they're there. I need to know more of like why they're there than just like saving the dinosaurs. It doesn't make any fucking sense.
He shows up with his lucky pack.
Who?
Maybe.
That's like that's in like there's a lucky pack, like a lucky backpack in Jurassic Park 2 and 3.
Yeah, I know. Yep.
Really?
Julianne Moore's character says she has a lucky backpack, and then
in 3, is that the one they're carrying the eggs around in?
Yeah, and he I think the character's name is Billy. Like he calls it his lucky backpack.
I wanted to murder Billy.
Billy was such an idiot.
Oh, stop.
What a fucking idiot.
Who was that actor?
I don't know.
All right, we'll move on to the next one. You want to?
Yeah, let's save Ready Player One for the last one because I have a lot to say about it. Let's skip to you. You were never really here. That's a fucking terrible title for a movie.
Yeah, I'm not a fan of the title, but
that's gonna get screwed up so bad.
It looks pretty good. I like Joaquin Phoenix. This probably isn't a movie I'm gonna see in theaters, but it's a movie I'll definitely check out when it comes on a streaming service, or it'll pop on my radar at one point. 6-8 months down the line, like, oh man, yeah, I really wanted to see this, and then I'll watch it and I'll tell everybody how awesome it was, and one of the.
Okay, I
don't know much. I mean, I've never heard of this before.
Me neither.
I think when you would you ask, he says the same director as
Only God Forgives, the Ryan Gosling.
Felt like it.
Yeah, it felt like it kind of had that thing. Although this already in the trailer had way too many words.
Yes.
than that movie.
It looks pretty badass. It looks like some sort of hitman or a good guy hitman.
Yeah, I guess. I don't know. Some blood.
It looks like Joaquin Phoenix just rolled out of bed and decided to take this role.
Yeah, Ryan wrote a blog earlier today, I think it was, with this trailer in it, and he said that best bearded Joaquin Phoenix is the best Joaquin Phoenix, which I can agree with. So
trying to think of other bearded roles.
when he was on Conan. Do you remember when he was on Conan and he had a beard and he did that whole like weird shtick where he was just like being a fucking weirdo?
Yeah.
Yeah.
He's a weird guy.
He is a strange guy.
Oh, when he was like pretending to want to become a rapper or something.
Right.
Yeah, exactly.
Who knows?
So he was a weird guy, but yeah. It looks cool, but I think you're right, Adam. I think it's gonna be one of those things if I catch it on streaming services later down the road. I don't even know if we're gonna be able to see it in theaters, honestly. This seems like
it might be one of those limited release New York and LA type deals.
It's a con selected film. Do I say that right? Con.
Yeah,
con. It's a con selected film. So it might be limited release. So who knows? Hey, the only way we'll get to this later too, but the only way we can see Shape of Water if we drive an hour and a half to see it.
What?
Well,
yeah,
it's playing at a theater near me in Cambridge. It's at Kenmore Square, so there's one near me. I tried to convince Jen to go last week, but she wasn't feeling it.
Has it been out that long?
This week I think it came out. This past week. Because I was with Lindy's family last night, and Lindy's dad wants to go see it, but he's like the only one that's playing in Mass. It's like an hour and 20 away. So great, fantastic. So I don't know if we're gonna be able to see this. Okay, last trailer of the week. Ready Player One. Adam and I have read the book, and we've been
loved it.
And all three of us have been seeing like the few teasers they put out, and now they put out a real, I guess, a proper trailer now. This is like the...
All right.
When is this coming out, Adam?
March. I think end of March.
Okay, cool. Very soon. Very excited.
Yeah.
The biggest thing for me in this one that changed from all the other ones is every time you look at these trailers, you catch more and more like pop culture items from like the 80s and I guess now apparently 90s because they have the Iron Giant in there, which I don't quite understand because it doesn't really fit with anything that they talked about in the book. Like, you know what I'm saying, Adam?
Well, yeah, I mean, I guess the Iron Giant could be somebody could have created it. It could be somebody's character or something.
Sure.
But
yeah.
I don't
yeah.
want I like to not get bogged down in the finer details first. In this trailer, you finally got to see the driving plot of the movie that some guy invented this virtual reality called the Oasis, and he died, and he's basically pulling a Willy Wonka and hid Easter eggs inside of the Oasis, which is basically an infinite galaxy of planets and worlds for its users to visit.
Yeah, it's a virtual world universe. It's a virtual universe where you can as long as you have the resources, you can build whatever you want or have whatever you want, and like it's a wild place. And it's funny because it's like you see from the trailer, it's like the world that everybody lives in is a shithole. Right. It's like people live in these things called stacks, which is just trailers stacked on top of each other. Like little tiny house trailers. Right. And they go into the Oasis, but also in the Oasis there's this big gap of like the haves and have-nots as well. So it's like you're going I don't know.
Big socioeconomic discrepancy type of thing.
It's separation of the classes.
Yes,
inception.
classism. Yeah. Oh, okay. Yeah, I can see that. I have a question for you guys on this topic. How does a book, or how would a movie, and how did the book prevent you from saying, well, anything's possible, why did they just do this?
It's resources. It's limited resources. Like, you have to, Adam, and correct me if I'm wrong here, it's like in order for you to have and create things in the Oasis, you need, what is the currency? It's credits or something.
Yeah, it's credits.
So you need to, like, you're not able to just go in there and, like, I have a mansion. It's like, it's not like that. It's like, you have to have credits, and also you're limited by what kind of gear you have as well. It's like, to get the full experience, you have, like, these different VR peripherals and
so it's pay to play.
Yeah,
loot boxes type of thing?
I think so. But also within the Oasis, you can receive credits.
Right.
Yeah.
You can receive credits within the Oasis, and like Matt said, you can gear up. Like you can buy and build a DeLorean, or if you have enough, your own planet. And then outside of the Oasis, like the basic pack, the basic gear is basically, from what I understood, was virtual reality gloves and the glasses. But if you have money, and you can transfer in and out of the Oasis.
Gotcha.
And you can buy like a suit and a chair to like heighten your experience. If you see in the trailer, or it was in the first trailer.
It's like a feeling suit type of thing or something.
Yeah, so they have things like that, and then in the first teaser you saw a bunch of people getting into like sitting down and putting themselves at a steering wheel. So you can get something like that to sort of heighten your experience in the Oasis, to give you a better feel. So there's different gear you can get in and outside of the Oasis.
Gotcha.
Change your experience.
Okay.
There is they added in this one, there's a Gundam added to this trailer, which I'm very fucking excited about. So I'll just add that. Very fucking excited.
The Zoids.
You can definitely pick out Harley Quinn and the Joker in this trailer, and then I bet if you look closely, there is going to be an absolutely insane amount of pop culture characters in this movie. Insane.
Yeah.
The whole, like, when Matt and I were reading the book, we kept thinking, like, how can they possibly get the rights and the clearances to show all of these things? But
you want to know how? They have Steven Spielberg directing.
He owns them all?
I mean,
a lot of them.
Yeah, I mean, I'm sure that George Lucas is going to let him do whatever he likes with the Star Wars stuff. Adam, you there?
Did I get out?
Yeah, you did, but I responded to something you said, so it kind of like was a natural gap. But anyway, I'm just saying, I think that Steven Spielberg has a lot to do with how they were able to get licenses and whatnot. Oh,
definitely. And something I was reading online, I'm not sure if this is what you said. something online that I read said that a lot of these, companies from the 80s were more than happy to, for a price, I'm assuming, give up rights to their characters and creative properties just to get their names back out there again, to get the nostalgia machine going.
I mean, look at what happened at D&D after Stranger Things.
Yeah.
And just one last thing, unless you guys want to add something, the CGI, the way the Oasis is built looks awesome. It's it's a very unique style, I think. I don't know. I was trying to think of another movie where I saw the similar style animation.
This is like how the Oasis looks is exactly what I was hoping for. It looks like
It looks like a video game.
Exactly. It looks like a video game, but not the gameplay footage, like the higher quality in between missions footage.
Right. Yeah. Cutaways. Actually, absolutely.
I can't think of the actual term, but you know what I mean? Like when you see the Call of Duty trailer and you see, Jon Snow is the bad guy and it looks like him. It's him, but it's animated.
Yeah, right. It's cutscenes. It's essentially cutscenes. It looks really cool. You guys have anything else you want to add, Sean?
Good.
No? All right, let's move into movie news. Adam, take it away.
Adam, take it away. Sorry, I just got distracted by a new Grand Theft Auto game commercial that's on TV.
Oh yeah, it has DeLoreans in it. Did you see that?
No, it looks crazy. I haven't played Grand Theft Auto since
that. Grand Theft Auto. First of all, quickly before we get into movie news, last week was the Game Awards. Zelda Breath of the Wild won Game of the Year, but highway robbery was committed when Grand Theft Auto 5 Online didn't win Best Ongoing Multiplayer Game. It's been going for almost 5 years, and it has one of the biggest online active current players. It's been top 5 sold game on Steam, which is how you buy PC games, since it's been out. Wow. It's like, how do you not? It spanned 2 console generations. I don't understand how you give it to any other game. This game, Overwatch. But the thing with Overwatch is it's like tough. It's like it came out last year. It's like, how can you consider that still? I guess it's ongoing.
Yeah.
I don't know. Anyway, movie
news. So the Tarantino Star Trek movie is apparently a thing. It is moving ahead, and it's going to be rated R. We talked about this last week, but again over the weekend that it's actually happening. It's not like he's rumored to be attached. He's having meetings. It's gonna happen.
The meeting was had. They decided that it would be rated R. I think the only details now, besides what the movie's going to be about, is that whether Quentin Tarantino is just going to write, if he's going to write and direct, or if he's just going to direct, whatever that combination looks like. Right? I don't think that's out yet.
He can't write it.
You don't think? You're saying? So you're saying he's
only doing his 10.
I don't know if this counts towards the 10. I think he would make that. I think he would make an amendment to his 10.
Oh, an amendment.
Which is something that if I had said to myself in the past, I would have slapped myself, because I stuck by saying that Quentin Tarantino's only making 10, and then he's done. I'm changing.
All right.
I don't know.
Up next, Seth Rogen to play Walter Cronkite in a new movie that is yet to start filming called Newsflash.
Sean, you definitely put this down.
Sean's hell.
Sean, I can't imagine you're going to be checking this one out.
Can you do
Seth Rogen giving me the news?
Can you do Seth Rogen as Walter Cronkite?
No.
You do Seth Rogen very well.
And tonight on 6. I don't know. I can't do Seth Rogen.
Your Seth Rogen is it's a good Seth Rogen.
It's frantic marijuana.
From Neighbors?
Yeah. No. Pineapple
from Pineapple
Express. The marijuana barn is on fire, and he's, what are we going to do?
Yeah, that sounds cool, I guess. I'm a big Seth Rogen fan.
What's it going to be? Walter Cronkite.
What?
Seth Rogen is going to be Walter Cronkite.
Lindy right now is watching The Crown with John Lithgow as the Prime Minister of England.
Tony Blair?
No, back in the 40s.
Oh, I have no idea.
Well, fucking Churchill.
Oh, Churchill.
And he's fantastic. I would have never thought.
John Lithgow?
Yeah.
Well,
John Lithgow is good. He's
now
not.
we're putting John Lithgow and Seth Rogen in the same box.
Listen, I think Seth Rogen is a great actor.
A great actor.
I think he's a great actor.
Heard it here first.
You're right. Not the first time.
First.
It's
You
definitely
heard
not
it
the
here
first time.
first.
Get out of here. Get out of here.
All right, up next, Hugh Jackman says a potential Disney and Fox deal won't resurrect the Wolverine. This is disheartening news, to say the
he's
least.
done.
No, does he mean his Wolverine?
His Wolverine.
Okay.
So it's done.
It's done. He's done. That just means he's done. Yeah.
If he came back, it would suck.
It's fine. No, I don't think it would. See, if he came back, I don't think they're going to do 3 more Wolverine movies. I think they're going to probably throw him in Avengers as like one of his... I would have been fine and like super happy with a cameo like he has in... And Adam, correct me if I'm wrong. Is it First Class when he's in the bar?
First Class.
First
when
Class.
He's at the bar.
When he's at the bar and he's like, basically, he just says, fuck off.
Yeah.
I think that would be awesome if like Tony Stark or someone goes to get him and he's like, fuck off, buddy.
He's dead.
Yeah. Well, no.
Yeah,
I mean,
yeah, that's the future.
And Logan was in the future.
Come on, Sean. Space-time continuum.
That's so dumb. He's done.
Biff Tannen and whatnot.
Let it be.
Biff Tannen?
Yeah. We always were... Now when GMAC calls my phone, it's Biff Tannen because I think he looks just like Biff from Back to the Future. Hold on. You want to see this, Sean? You can't see this, Adam. Sorry. And this is bad radio, but this is what
It's fucked up.
If you search old Biff on Google Images, it's when he's wearing the green Adidas tracksuit. It's fucking hilarious. And that's when he calls me now. All right, what's up next?
Up next, Sylvester Stallone teases Brock Lesnar to play Ivan Drago's son in Creed 2. Now, I don't know, Matt. I follow Stallone on Instagram. Great follow. Not sure if you do.
Oh, absolutely. Yeah.
So he posted a picture of Brock Lesnar in an MMA octagon with his face photoshopped on with his own face photoshopped onto Lesnar's opponent, and then the caption of the Instagram post was very ambiguous. I think is the word I'm looking for. He said it was a teaser. But he also said that a relative unknown # Brock Lesnar playing his son. But if you look at the Instagram post, it's very weird. It could really go either way. So no official announcement was made. I was hoping it would have been made official on Raw last night.
The Instagram says big challenges come in all shapes and forms. By the way, this is just for entertainment. Drago's son will be played by a new unknown # Brock Lesnar. So it's from what I gather from that.
Ways.
What?
It reads both ways.
I would say that it either reads that it's going to be played by a new unknown and not to be twisted by the picture, but also it could play as sarcasm.
Yeah.
Like, a relative unknown, like nobody knows who Brock Lesnar is. You know what I mean? Like decorated college athlete.
Yeah.
Professional wrestler, UFC champion. If he does play Ivan Drago's son, my biggest problem with it is that he needs to get into boxing shape because he is a mountain of a man and does not look like a boxer.
No, not at all.
Especially Ivan Drago's son, a boxer, who's like this toned, lanky, powerful boxer, not looking like what Brock Lesnar looks like. You gotta play the part.
I would agree.
That's true.
So that's.
But nonetheless, it's pretty exciting. If I got to imagine, because Lesnar is advertised for Raw on next week, so that's an opportunity they'll piggyback on for sure if it's the real deal, because he wasn't on last night.
I didn't see Creed yet.
What?
I know I haven't seen Creed. Sean hasn't either. So yell at Sean too, Adam. Give him a what?
What?
There you go. I'm gonna need to put that as a
Creed
sound.
was really, really good.
When someone hasn't seen a movie, I'm just gonna play on the soundboard. What? That's all of our reactions when someone hasn't seen it. Is Ivan Drago's son gonna face Creed's son?
Have to.
Yeah.
Or is it gonna be Stallone's done, right? He's not gonna be fighting
Stallone's
anymore.
done.
Okay, thank God.
No, he's not fighting anymore. He almost died in Creed.
He must get a punch in Creed though.
No, I don't think so.
Not even a punch.
I don't remember if he gets a. He's like a decrepit old man.
Wait, does he box in Creed?
No, he does not box in Creed.
Oh, okay.
He's coaching Creed's son.
Okay.
Yes.
I was gonna say what
Played
the fuck?
by
Michael B. Jordan.
Michael B. Jordan.
Mike B, who we're gonna see pretty soon in the new in Black Panther movie as the villain.
Yeah.
Very
He was
excited
very
about
good.
that.
He was very good in Creed.
Yeah, I heard a lot of good things. All right, what's up next?
Up next, Ryan Reynolds to voice Detective Pikachu in 2019 live-action Pokemon movie.
Did we talk
idea
about this?
A little bit, but no idea. Oh well, it was like
A rumor?
maybe gonna happen.
Yeah.
But I have no idea where this is gonna go.
I have no idea what Detective Pikachu is, and I don't know why he needs to have Ryan Reynolds' voice. Is this going to be like a Groot situation where
I don't know.
it's just like one word? Because Pikachu only says his own name.
Maybe
And
it's
if he says otherwise, I will not fucking have it.
Yeah.
That's
weird.
really that's true. At first, I was thinking like maybe this might be a PG version of Ryan Reynolds, which could be fun.
Yeah.
But Pikachu only says his own name.
Imagine if it's like Ted mixed with Pokemon.
Oh my god!
And Mark Wahlberg's in it. But
Did you hear about the Pokemon set? Original 150 cards
yeah.
sold for $100,000.
What? I have that.
All for 150?
I have all of the cards.
Well, they were 150.
First editions.
First editions, mint 10 or whatever, like level 10.
Oh yeah. I mean, all mine. The minute I got them, have been put in sleeves. So I don't
Really?
know. I have to check that out.
I wanted to. Go,
I could be sleeping on retirement.
I almost started diving into my shed earlier, trying to find them.
I gave all my Pokemon cards away to.
You idiot.
I gave them away, but this kid. So this woman that works with my mom, single mom, she's got a son, Christian that went to the movies with us, Matt.
Yes.
I gave him all my Pokemon cards.
That's right. He's a good kid.
He's like 8 or 9 years old. He's a cute kid, and he saw that I had all these Pokemon cards and lost his goddamn mind, so I just gave them to him.
When you see him buying like so many Bitcoin now, you're gonna be pissed. He's out buying Bitcoin.
That's part of my property.
I don't know if that's gonna hold up in the court of law. So anyway, Pokemon, Ryan Reynolds, gonna be interesting. I don't know what's gonna happen. Recently, there was this Pokemon anime released in Japan, I think. Someone correct me if I'm wrong. Tweet us. And at the end of it, Pikachu said something that wasn't just Pikachu, whatever he fucking says. And the whole crowd, like from the trailer, like was like, "What?" They just like fucking lost their mind. They were like, "That's fucking Pikachu. It's not fucking Pikachu. That's not my Pikachu. It's
not my Pikachu.
Not my Pikachu." What's next?
So a hot rumor in the web slinger streets these days is that Spider-Man 2 is looking to cast Gwen Stacy as a foreign exchange student. Does this have you guys up in arms?
Gwen Stacy is.
Gwen Stacy is the
Gwen
other.
Stacy is who? What's her face played in the
Emma
Stone.
in the last? What's her Emma Stone? Yeah.
No, I'm not, because I think she's an important part of the Spider-Verse. I don't know. I mean, I think she's.
Why would this have me up in arms?
Because they already introduced MJ, and Gwen Stacy is another love interest for Peter Parker.
Her name's not Mary Jane, though, is it?
Well,
right. That's why I'm saying I was gonna say my part would be I don't have a problem with it. MJ isn't Mary Jane; it's Michelle Jones.
Yeah,
you know
but
what I mean. So
I think that's a creative liberty.
If they want to make Gwen Stacy a foreign exchange student, I'm totally cool with that. They did a really good job with hiding the fact that Michelle was gonna be Peter's MJ.
Yeah.
And I think this is another cool way to keep the same characters, but move away from the previous two franchises.
Yeah, I'm fine with it.
Yeah, I'm all about it.
Before we move on from Spider-Man, I forgot to add into trailers of the week, and I'm not going to review it right now, but you should all check it out. I retweeted it on our Make Movies Great Again account, at Make Movies Great. It's a new animated Spider-Man movie coming at the end of next year. And it stars Spider-Man, but it's Miles Morales.
Oh, cool.
And it looks fucking awesome. I don't know if either of you guys saw it. Neither of you guys.
No.
It looks so good. I don't know what the animation is. It's not like traditional animation. It almost reminds me of like papercraft animation. It fucking looks awesome.
Okay.
And Peter Parker is also in it. There's a section in the trailer where they show Peter Parker, and it's basically like how Peter Parker was passing the torch to Miles Morales as Spider-Man. Which it looks so cool. I couldn't get enough of it when I first saw it the other day. So I don't think it has any implications for anything that's happening with the Sony movies or with the Marvel movies, but it just looks like a cool little standalone. Yeah, that's it. It looks really cool.
Gotcha.
So definitely check that out. I retweeted it from our account as well.
It does look cool. The animation looks
right. Isn't it looks cool, right?
Yeah.
It looks really fucking cool. I'm super into that. Like I like this. Like this doesn't have to be attached to a universe or anything. It just is its own thing. It's a way to introduce this introduce this character to people that don't read comics. He's been around since 2010. They did hint at it in Spider-Man: Homecoming with his uncle, who was played by Childish Gambino, not Don Glover. So.
That's awesome. I'll definitely have to check that out. I'm going to skip the next one. I'm going to come back to it and go with Stay in the Spider-Verse. That at Brazil Comic-Con this past weekend, some Venom movie details have emerged. So I forget Lethal. I think the name of
repeat what you just said.
Arc. I've never read it.
Okay.
So some details have emerged about the Venom movie.
Yep.
At the Brazil Comic-Con, and the apparently it will be based off of the Lethal Protector storyline. I've never read it, but from what I gather, Venom and Spider-Man basically strike a deal to stop fighting, and Eddie Brock moves to San Francisco and becomes an anti-hero of sorts. And he's being hunted by a corporation for his symbiote.
Okay,
basically.
So that's how they're going to solve this. Do you think Peter Parker will be in the movie at all?
It would be very cool to see, to see that deal get struck.
Yeah.
Even if he's not in the Spider-Man suit, or I mean, I would hope he's in the Spider-Man suit, but I would like to see that deal get struck, or maybe at the end of the movie he moves back to New York.
Do you know what's coming first? Spider-Man: Homecoming 2, or whatever the next Spider-Man is going to be, or Venom?
Venom.
Venom's coming.
Venom is I think a year away, less than a year away.
Really?
Yeah, they've been filming for a month or so now.
That's right. I forgot that they did start that. I forgot that they did start filming. Oh, cool. Awesome. That's really cool. Nice pivot on the fly to continue with the Spider-Man talk. Yeah, Adam, that's pro move.
Crucial.
Okay, I'm gonna hop into TV real quick and then go back to some comic books.
Do it.
We talked about this a few weeks ago. Jordan Peele, director of Get Out, has his Twilight Zone series reboot get the green light with CBS. I think this is awesome for multiple reasons.
2 thumbs up.
I think that Jordan Peele can bring his brand of storytelling to the Twilight Zone. I think that would be great. I mean, I could see Get Out being a 30-minute Twilight Zone movie.
Definitely.
You know what I mean? A 30-minute Twilight Zone episode. So I'm excited to see his mind expand a little bit in that fashion. And I'm not sure if you guys watched Key and Peele at all, but I was a big fan of that show.
Mm-hmm.
I haven't seen every episode, but I've seen a lot of them. And I can see a lot of their bits being a fine line between comedy and being very weird. You know what I mean? There's one where it's a zombie apocalypse and they're, running around scrambling for their lives with this white guy. And pretty quickly they find out that the zombies aren't going for them because they're black. And then they're walking down the street. There's a zombie in a car. He rolls up his window when they walk by. They keep walking down the street. And, there's a bunch of black guys, black people in the bed in someone's backyard having a barbecue, having a grand old time. And outside is the zombie apocalypse.
That's funny. I remember seeing that. Yeah.
That's funny. That's a great show.
Something like that is there's a fine line between, it being funny the way it was and being able to flip the switch there and make it creepy.
Yeah, I'm excited for this because whenever I watch Twilight Zone, I always think to myself, man, I wish it was a little more relevant to my time.
Absolutely.
I always feel like I don't, it's
Yeah.
you feel disconnected because it's from a different time.
If you drop an iPhone into any of the Rod Serling Twilight Zone episodes, it would just completely be like, everybody would be like, yeah, sure, my mother-in-law has tentacles coming out of her eyes, but
right.
look at this fucking witchcraft over here.
Yeah.
It's a fucking cell phone. It takes pictures.
Witchcraft.
Yeah. Are you guys worried it's going to be put behind a paywall like the new Star Trek has? Because CBS now is all about their new CBS Access app. Are you worried it's going to be put out as a subscribe-only piece? Because you can't watch the new Star Trek on regular CBS.
Oh, really?
It's only on the app.
Pay to play.
Huh, I had no idea.
Yeah, and I could see a bunch of these being filmed at once and released on the CBS app.
Pay to play.
This is a pay-to-play world, man. It's a la carte.
Loot boxes.
Except for fucking cable. But yeah, so I hope not. But if they do it, I think I might have to get CBS Access at least for a little while so I can watch it. So,
I think so too. We could probably split a subscription.
yeah, I'll kill two birds with one stone. I'll finally get to watch the Star Trek show because I haven't watched any of it yet, and then I'll also watch Twilight Zone. So that's cool.
Awesome. All right, so I'm going to move to the DCEU now. Ezra Miller says the Flashpoint will start filming soon, which is absurd because they still don't have a director.
Who cares? Just film it.
Start filming.
It'll write itself.
As Jeffrey Dean Morgan can't stop, won't stop teasing Thomas Wayne.
Where did he do this?
So he did it on a talk show. I can't remember what it was. He did it on a talk show, and then he was doing this Brazil Comic-Con, and someone asked him about a role, and he said, I don't know, there's this role in the DCEU that I really got my eyes on, and the whole crowd went crazy.
Yeah.
I can't stand Jeffrey Dean Morgan right now.
Because of Negan?
Fucking can't stand him.
I actually like Negan a lot.
I cannot stand... Finally, Rick goes, do you ever stop talking?
Yeah.
Like, almost as, like, to appease the audience. To be like, okay, we know he talks too much. Like... Yeah. Holy shit. I can't stand this. Cadence?
Yeah. Oh, the cadence is awful, but...
I can't stand it.
Yeah. I don't know.
I mean, finally a foe, but, I mean, I don't know. Anyways, he's on my show.
I'm super happy that he's doing this, because I think in this day and age now, too, I think that by him doing this, even if he's not even in talks with DC, I think this gets him the role of Thomas Wayne if he's in the movie, which he has to be, so...
If you hype it enough, they have to, right?
Right, they have to. You gotta give the people what they want. Mm-hmm. You know?
Gotta give the people what they want.
Yeah, which is Jeffrey G. Morgan. Jeffrey G.
Jeffrey G.
I can't fucking talk to
Jeffrey Gene Morgan.
JDM.
Speaking of giving people what they want, we've got some more Batman bullshit, and this is taking away what we want. Apparently, it's a rumor that Ben Affleck's final appearance as Batman will be in the Flashpoint movie, as Jon Hamm throws his hat in the ring to take up the cowl.
I don't know why you guys are so attached to Affleck.
Because Ben Affleck is the man.
There's going to be another Batman that comes along. You guys are going to attach yourself to.
Yeah, because it's Batman.
Yeah, so who cares
I'll
about
attach myself to anybody, but I'm dug in.
Yeah.
This train out since day one. We're going down with the ship, basically, right, Matt?
Oh yeah, we're going down with the ship, absolutely. Also, it's for what Adam and I are doing is for the greater good. We're very altruistic in that way. I just wanted to say.
Oh, okay.
The DCEU's
You're humble too.
Very
you guys
humble,
are very humble.
very humble. The DCEU is damaged by them losing their Batman. Unless they're able to do it gracefully, they're hurt by them losing it and having to cast another Batman.
Why are they hurt? Because it's just continuity?
Yeah, continuity. It's like how do you do flashbacks? Can't. It's like
you can gloss over Rhodey. You can gloss over Rhodey in Iron Man. You know what I mean? He had one movie, and he was sort of a tertiary character. You know what I mean?
He wasn't even War Machine at that point.
Yeah, everybody forgets that Terrence Howard was Rhodey first.
I don't forget.
Sean does not forget.
Sean does not forget.
But Pepperidge Farm doesn't forget. No, Pepperidge Farm.
If someone
remembers.
like Batman gets changed out, mid-universe build, that's a bad look.
But can't Flashpoint change everything? Isn't that what you guys are telling me?
That's what I said. If they can do it gracefully.
Wonder Woman will just take the lead. They've already kind of hinted at that.
They should add in another Bat family member. That's what I think.
Need Red Hood.
Yeah, I need Red Hood.
So what do you call if it's Jon Hamm? What are we calling him as Batman? Bat-Ham?
Ham flick.
Batham.
No,
Nailed
that
it.
doesn't make sense. No, Bat-Ham. Yeah, it's
Bat-Ham?
Bat-Ham. It's that of
Bat-Ham!
it's a pig.
It's a pig.
But if I'm being,
That's whatever
if
a
I'm
bat
being
pig
honest, if we're gonna recast Batman, let's just get younger. Let's just get younger there.
Yeah, I guess. But then unless the Flashpoint movie changes everything, you can't go younger because they already fucking laid into us this past Justice League movie that Batman is old.
Yeah, Batman's fucked up.
So
He's gonna die.
who knows? Hey, maybe they take him to the Lazarus Pit.
Fly his ass into the Lazarus Pit right
Then
now.
you can have him come out as anybody.
Anybody.
Yeah.
Have him come out as me.
Perfect.
go.
Yeah, I already told you. I'm going to send you a sizzle reel over.
I appreciate it. Thanks.
No problem. All right, let's move on.
They already know I do my own stunts. You
Yes.
know, I did my own stunts in Blood Sugar when Sean took my head off into the bushes.
That's going to be the leading clip.
Too bad Fran couldn't keep his mouth shut.
I know.
Lost all
I
the
know,
audio.
I know. Anyway. All right, so let's quickly run through the 75th annual Golden Globe nominations.
Quickly, there's a lot here.
And we're gonna go quick. I'm gonna skip a few too on the way. I just wanted to put all of them there. Just so everybody knows, the Golden Globes are gonna be on January 7th. So what do we love? What do we hate? And what do we want to watch before award season shows up? So what do we want to see before the award shows start rolling in? So Best Motion Picture Drama. Our nominees are Call Me By Your Name, Dunkirk, The Post, The Shape of Water, and 3 Billboards Outside of Ebbing. I've only heard of 3 of those.
Outside
Dunkirk,
Ebbing,
The Shape of
Missouri.
Water, and 3 Billboards.
I heard something about The Post once, but otherwise, yeah, I've only heard of 3 of those, and I've only seen Dunkirk.
I thought Dunkirk was a masterpiece.
Great. What do you think, Adam?
I'm a Dunkirk guy.
Yep.
I want to get to the theater and see The Shape of Water. I've been hearing nothing but good things about that movie.
Yeah,
Yep.
I want to see 3 Billboards because I love her.
Frances McDormand.
Yeah, she's great.
Yeah, she's great.
I will definitely be seeing that in the coming weeks. I want to figure out a way to see that. Best Motion Picture, Musical, or Comedy. Of course, this is the category that has The Disaster Artist among The Greatest Showman, I, Tonya, Lady Bird, and of course, to round out the category, Get Out in the musical or comedy section. So I've only seen Get Out.
I still love Jordan Peele's reaction to that. It's a documentary.
Yeah, it's a documentary. Yeah. I still have only seen Get Out, but I've heard really good things about The Disaster Artist, which I do want to actually see.
Yeah.
I'm hoping to get into a theater in the next couple weeks. And also, I want to see The Greatest Showman very badly.
Yeah, I want to see that.
It looks awesome.
Molly and I almost saw Lady Bird. That
Really?
was pretty good.
Yeah.
I don't know anything about it.
It's the best rated, not that we care, but it's the best rated movie on that antiquated system called Rotten Tomatoes.
Gotcha.
Of all time.
Lady Bird?
Yeah.
Of all time?
Of all time. It has the most,
The
highest percentage with the
Point
most
two.
reviews for it. Like
Really?
yeah, it's the best rated movie of all time.
Not that we care.
Not that we care, and that's stupid. The thumbs up, thumbs down, thumbs medium rare. Is the best way to go.
That's the way to go.
Now we have best performance by an actress in a motion picture for drama. You have Jessica Chastain in Molly's Game, Sally Hawkins in The Shape of Water, Frances McDormand in 3 Billboards Outside of Ebbing, Missouri. It's a fucking long title. Meryl Streep in The Post, and Michelle Williams, All the Money in the World.
Haven't seen any of that.
Haven't seen any of those. Molly's Game, I don't think is even out yet.
Oh, really?
Yeah,
Really?
or it's coming
Yeah,
out
sneak
soon.
it in.
It's coming out very soon.
Huh. I thought it was out.
So I don't know, but I do plan on seeing 3 Billboards Outside of Ebbing, Missouri. So
Yeah.
For that,
I'm just gonna go ahead and assume Meryl Streep's gonna win.
Yeah.
it's probably a good guess. Although Frances McDormand is an award darling. She's got a few awards under her belt.
She is a powerhouse.
So, best performance by an actor in a motion picture for drama. We have Timothée Chalamet. Timothée.
Chalamet.
So he's in a movie called Call Me by Your Name. I'm not familiar with that movie, but I saw him in a movie earlier this year called Hot Summer Nights, and it hasn't gotten a theatrical release yet because it's still being shopped around as an indie movie, independent. It was really, really good. And Adam, it specifically speaks to, I think that you would really enjoy it.
Yeah?
I think you would really enjoy it. And I think you should figure out a way to watch it. I don't know. You can't watch it right now because I don't think it's on any streaming services yet, but it will be. And when it is, I'm going to let you know because I think you would really enjoy it. Sean, I think you would enjoy it too, but Adam, I think you would really, really enjoy it.
Okay. Timothy Chalamet.
And this is...
That's it, Timothy.
and that's what I know him from, and I followed him on social media since then because I just want to follow everything he does because I thought he was a great actor. Did you find anything on it?
No.
Okay. And then you have Daniel Day-Lewis in The Phantom Thread, Tom Hanks, The Post, Gary Oldman, Darkest Hour, which is the Winston Churchill, right?
Yes.
And Denzel Washington as Roman J. Israel in Roman J. Israel Esquire. Haven't heard of that.
I heard about that.
You have?
Yeah.
What's that about?
He's a badass lawyer.
Okay. Like the Lincoln lawyer. Does he drive something like a monster truck? It's the monster truck lawyer?
No. I don't think so.
Monster truck lawyer.
It's patent pending. No one fucking steal that.
I couldn't tell if he was crooked or what, but it looked interesting. I like Denzel.
I assume that Daniel Day-Lewis or Tom Hanks are the favorites here.
But yeah. I don't know, Timothy.
I don't know. He's awesome. I don't know anything about the movie he's in. Call me by your name. I don't know about that. Phantom Thread is going to be supposedly DDL's last movie.
Yeah.
Do they give him the Swan Song award?
Apparently, you can retire from acting. Nobody retires from acting.
I'm sure there's people that have retired from acting.
Just like Jay-Z retired from rap.
Right.
Rick Moranis retired from acting.
He'll be back.
I hope so.
They always come
I hope I'm wrong. Best actress in a motion picture, musical or comedy.
I cannot wait to hear you say these names. Go ahead. Go. Go.
Judi Dench,
Yep.
Victoria and Abdul. Margot Robbie, I, Tanya. Saoirse Ronan. How do you say that? How do you say your name?
What do you think, Adam?
Sayors?
No.
Wait, so is that the only one you were waiting for me to say?
Oh, yeah, that's it. That's the one.
Because all the other ones, Emma Stone and Helen Mirren, I
Nope.
know.
I know. I wanted to throw you off. It's Saoirse.
Saoirse? Holy
yeah, it's
shit.
Gaelic.
I bet it is.
Gaelic's a crazy language.
So she's in Lady Bird, Emma Stone is in Battle of the Sexes, and Helen Mirren is the Leisure Seeker. I want to see I, Tanya.
Yeah.
Kind of. I don't know.
Yeah. I don't know. I haven't seen any of these. I'm getting a little nervous because if this is what the Oscars are going to look like, I got a lot of catching up to do.
Yeah.
A lot of catching up to do.
Then we have Best Director, which is GDT, Guillermo. It's The Shape of Water. Martin McDonough.
Yeah,
that's right.
Yeah, McDonough. 3
Billboards Outside Ebbing, Missouri. Christopher Nolan for Dunkirk. Ridley Scott for All the Money in the World. And Steven Spielberg for The Post. I didn't know All the Money in the World was directed by Ridley Scott. What is that movie about?
No idea.
Well, if nobody's wearing a spacesuit, I'm not interested.
Yeah, seriously, but All the Money. I'm looking this up.
That was the movie that Kevin Spacey was 90% done filming, and then that whole thing happened, and he got recast. His character got recast, and they had to reshoot all of his parts.
Mark Wahlberg's in it.
Marky Mark?
Yeah, and Charlie Plummer and Christopher Plummer.
Christopher Plummer, that's who replaced him.
Oh, really? They had damn.
There you go.
Now we have Best Performance by an Actor in a Musical or Comedy. Steve Carell, Battle of the Sexes. Ansel Elgort for Baby Driver. James Franco for The Disaster Artist. Hugh Jackman for The Greatest Showman. And Daniel Kaluuya. Is that the main?
Guess,
yeah, from
guess.
Get Out.
Yeah. I'm wondering, isn't James Franco favored for this?
Yeah. Sean's not happy. He has a puzzled look on his face.
Hey, interesting that you put in there, huh?
Wait, what'd you say?
Interesting to see your boy Ansel Elgort in there.
Yeah, I actually was surprised by that.
Yeah. Is it a musical? Just trying to understand this category.
I think it's both. I think if there's one movie that really fits musical/comedy, it's Baby Driver.
Yeah.
If anything, and it's definitely a comedy.
Yeah.
But it's also an action movie.
Yeah.
You know.
Genre bending.
Yeah, Baby Driver, man. I like Daniel Kaluuya.
Kaluuya.
Not the liquor.
Kaluuya.
Kaluuya.
That's my guess.
In
That's
this
my
category, just because I thought he was fantastic in Get Out, and Get Out was groundbreaking, and all the things that has been said about it.
Get Out's
great.
very good.
And I don't know, do you guys now want to go through supporting?
Well, supporting actress Mary J. Blige, Mudbound.
Oh shit! That's right. And I didn't know that she was actually in it until we did the movie review last week.
Yep.
So.
Man, she did a good job.
And she definitely was very good. Are there any others that stand out?
Glad to see Octavia Spencer make it back. She's back in nominations.
A lot of Shape of Water nominations.
Yep.
And Octavia
Yeah,
Spencer
it seems like Shape of Water is nominated in almost every category.
Did Octavia Spencer win for Hidden Figures at the Oscars last year?
I don't know.
She won a year or two before that. I can't remember for what, though.
Beast of the Southern Wild?
Or The Help?
Oh, The Help. Yes, The
I
Help.
think
The
it
Help.
was
The
The
Help.
Help.
The Help.
Supporting actor, you got Willem Dafoe.
Yep.
Armie Hammer.
Florida Project.
Armie Hammer, Call Me by Your Name. Richard Jenkins.
There's
Shape of
one thing
Water.
that stands out at me in the best animated film category. You have The Boss Baby, The Breadwinner, Ferdinand, Coco, and Loving Vincent. I thought The Boss Baby came out in like 5 years ago.
It's been a while.
Does it seem like it came out in the last year?
No.
I don't understand that.
No.
It's already on
I
Netflix.
guess
And it's stuff. That's
it's weird.
ridiculous.
I don't know, but Ferdinand comes out this week. And speaking of what comes out this week, we have 3 that we want to let you know about.
Mm-hmm.
We have Star Wars: The Last Jedi. No duh.
That's out this week?
It's this week, baby.
Maybe you've heard of it.
We have our tickets, Sean.
I'm excited.
Adam, are you jealous?
Very jealous.
I'll tell you what. As soon as we get out of the theater, we're gonna inundate you with spoilers.
Yep.
Well, then you'll never see me again.
Skipping town. We're gonna give you a woof, like from The Office.
Woof.
You've never seen The Office, but Sean has. You know what I'm talking about?
Yeah, well.
Wolf, Ryan's like invention. It's like when you need to message someone, but they need to know. It like sends them a text, calls their phone, sends them a fax, prints out something. Like it's just like a fucking. It's like you send them a message and like all this shit happens. Like shit pops up on the computer.
Indian Manila.
We're gonna send him a wolf. And so Ferdinand is also in the movies coming out this week. That's the animated movie with John Cena.
And his name is John Cena.
Don't pause it.
His name is.
Fuck! I should
should've
have just turned it down. He plays a bull.
Plays a bull.
Plays a bull.
He's a bull.
Looks very charming. And then Permanent. What is Permanent, Adam?
Dwight is in it from The Office. I don't know what it is.
Okay.
But Dwight from The Office is in it.
Rainn Wilson. Make it rain, Wilson. What are we watching? I'll start quick because I only have one thing. I watched Frozen this week for the first time.
Good or bad?
I very much enjoyed it. 2 thumbs up. Yeah, it was awesome.
Did you see all the Tangled references?
No.
I mean, yeah, Tangled.
I've never seen Tangled.
What about the Little Mermaid stuff?
No, but there's something.
There's
about
all kinds of
yeah,
stuff.
there's but
it's fun. I didn't see Frozen.
I
though.
did enjoy it. Thought it was awesome. Jonathan Groff from Mindhunter and from Glee is one of the main characters in it.
Gotcha.
I did not know that. And Josh Gad is the snowman. Olaf.
Let it go.
I like it a lot. It's good. And one other thing, it's not something I'm watching, but something that I'm going to be watching soon. There's this new thing put out by Sundance Film Festival called Sundance Now.
Yep.
It's an app, sort of like Netflix, where they put out curated films that Sundance selects. It's documentaries, narratives, and TV shows. Original content from Sundance that I am doing a free trial for right now, but I plan on spending the $4.99 a month monthly until I feel like I like it or I don't like it. And at which case I'll either cancel it or keep it. But there's a bunch of movies that I want to see on it, including this indie movie done by Patton Oswalt called The Fan, which is about he's a huge fan of this football team, and in particular this one player on the football team. And one day he meets him, and he gets into a fight with the player, and the player beats him up. And so it's a comedy. It's like a dark comedy.
Yeah.
So I want to see that, and that's on Sundance now.
Let me know what you think about that program.
I will.
Sundance Now, I mean.
Adam, what about you?
I could not think of anything new that I watched this week.
Wah, wah, wah. And you probably have watched 10 new things this week. It's so hard to come. I don't know.
Well,
I have to write things down right away.
We spent the entire weekend playing board games and just
That's very true.
Lounging.
Yeah, it's very true. We did watch Interstellar again.
We did.
Watch Interstellar again.
There's only so many times I can say how much I love Interstellar on this podcast.
Oh,
I'll do it again.
It's so fucking good. Yeah. Any time of day, anytime. So good.
I finished the mid-season finale for Walking Dead.
How'd you feel about it?
Adam, have you seen it?
No, but I know what happens, and I'm probably not going to see it, so you can go ahead.
I mean, finally something happened that I cared about, in Carl being infected.
Yeah, I don't really care still.
It was at least like, I don't know, finally he died. I don't know. I feel like Rick's going to lose his shit.
Yeah. But how many times can Rick lose his shit and do something crazy?
I don't know.
It's a pattern.
I told you before the podcast, I'm only watching it because I'm just waiting to find out how they all die.
Yeah.
Once the characters I care about die, I'm done.
That's it. Okay.
Well, the only there's only I haven't watched it like in a season and a half. But it seems like the only characters left now are Rick and Daryl that people care about.
Rick, Daryl, Carol.
Maggie.
Carol, yeah.
Maggie.
People care
about
Maggie's my favorite character.
Yeah, What's really interesting is I'm behind on the Walking Dead comic books, but Carl is still very much alive in the comic books, and they're a lot further in the comic than the show. And it's just interesting to see how far of a departure they've gone now at this point. Like, God forbid they chop Rick's hand off, but they'll kill his son who's still alive in the.
Well, it's a lot easier to like draw Carl than hire the actor to keep playing him.
Ryan and I were talking last
Especially when he's not a great actor.
Well, he's not, and maybe he wants to do other things.
Yeah, he's been doing it his whole life.
Yeah.
Ryan and I last night on the podcast, on the Average Nobody's podcast, we wrapped up the last 2 episodes of this season, and we were talking about it, and we agreed that while this first half of 8 was better than the second half of 7, that was season 7, we still felt like there was something missing, like from what Walking Dead used to be, and we think that it got stale, and we were thinking of ways to like kind of rejuvenate it, and we both agreed that like how awesome would it be if Walking Dead had an element like Lost had, where you go back and visit characters before the outbreak, and like
absolutely.
see, like I felt like that was such a no-brainer. Why aren't they incorporating things like that into this show? It would make so much more sense for you find out why characters make the decisions they make, why they think the way they do, things like that. It's like.
I suppose just talking about it.
It's like instead of just fucking sitting with 2 characters one whole episode, just go back and like revisit their like just like that bothers me. It's like that's such low hanging fruit. It's like why couldn't they do something like that?
Yeah, Lost was special in that way.
I don't know.
You know what I liked in the earlier seasons of Walking Dead too? There's one instance I think of specifically when I think about this is in the first season. You remember when they were still in Atlanta and that group of people that was at the nursing home with all the old people, like I think they kidnapped Glenn or something. I really wanted to see them come, and it happened the first couple of seasons. Just come across random groups of people, team up, butt heads for an episode, and then go your separate ways. You know what I mean? That's how you keep characters fresh,
as opposed to like epic 2-season long battles,
build-ups. Yeah, I can see that.
I just can't stand the way it's being shot, too. Sorry, Adam, go ahead.
No, like in the comic books, there's a lot of small in-between stuff that's really great. And you lose that in the show because they build and build and build to something big. But there's so much, the straw that broke the camel's back for me is the first half of last season. A whole Tara episode. Who the fuck cares about Tara?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Nobody wants to see a Tara episode. Give me a Daryl episode.
Unless it was a flashback. An interesting flashback that helped build the current story.
Yeah. And like the Tara thing, they're still dealing with the Tara thing.
right now.
Yeah.
Right now.
They're now back they're now figuring out Oceanside, but it's just like, so, I don't know.
Yeah.
I hear you.
Yep.
All right.
Maybe someday I'll come back, just binge through it, but
probably not even worth it.
For now, I mean, I was going through a list of, shows I want to watch that are in my queue that I haven't. I haven't seen American Horror Story. I haven't seen any of Mr. Robot. I haven't watched The Punisher. I want to watch Altered Carbon. I want to watch that show on Netflix called Dark. So my queue is just fucking stacked right now.
Yeah, same here. Well, anyway, let's wrap it up here for the Make Movies Great Again podcast. We're going to jump into Movie Club so we can give a quick review on Behind the Candelabra. So join us there. And until next week, go out and watch some movies.